Hi, my name is Mráz. I'm a director and producer and photographer and kind of artist from Slovakia. I'm a full-time director. I mostly make my living from making commercials here in Slovakia or doing documentary success stories of companies, mostly tech companies from all around the world. Right now I'm in a transition to making feature films. At this point, I'm doing mostly short films as I'm slowly progressing and training different ways and different types of storytelling to get to the point of being able to do the feature film. And that's like my journey right now. Yeah, I love photography. And I'm preparing my first exhibition this year. And I'm trying to convey the story very naturally. And I'm trying to find the inspiration for any art piece that I do around me and the life that happens around me, and I'm trying to focus on the only thing that can be different than any other artistic production or any artistic product in the world is my own point of view or my taste, if you will. Film was shot in Slovakia, in Bratislava, in the underground of old building that used to be a printing company. Right now they are rebuilding the whole thing and reconstructing it to modern flats, and we kind of used this moment of transition that we can shoot there. So the inspiration for the movie came, I think, from the overall situation that has been happening in our neighbors in Ukraine. The informational warfare in Slovakia hits our social media and our news medias extremely hard. And this was kind of one way for me to transcribe how I feel about the whole situation. The war in Ukraine is terrible. It should end now, if that would be possible. This is kind of how I imagine people feel about the whole situation. I have a few Ukrainian friends who ran from Ukraine to Slovakia. They live in Bratislava. And when I talk to them about the situation, they all feel very scared and they feel a bit like in this numb place, hidden somewhere underneath who they really are. And that was probably the spot where the inspiration came from, to capture the moment, the capture life of somebody who is here just to become a soldier, and then create another soldier to be part of the whole machinery, like the circle of life that is not about born and reborn, have a happy life and make another child, but to become a soldier, leave the war, make another child that will become a soldier again. Because there was a war, the last war we had here was the Second World War, but when we were talking about Russian occupation, it was just around 40 years ago. That means it's here again, very fast. And the circle is still circling itself around. So yeah, it's kind of a laugh under the tears or above the tears in this case. But yeah, that was probably the inspiration, that we as a humanity run in circles just again and again. You're born, you become a soldier, you fight, you leave the war, you make a family, you, as a woman, give birth to a child that is destined to become a soldier again, and again, and again, and again. The production was fairly easy. We did it in one shooting day with very talented people. Kristina Martanovičová is the lead actress. She was fabulous. She came 100% prepared. I think we just had like 2 calls before the whole thing. we discussed what we want to do, what I want from her, and she came prepared like a fucking goddess. So she came with so many ideas. It was great. And DOP, Michael Koszczynski, he was also very, very good on the spot. He created such a good atmosphere with everything. He came very prepared. It was a blast. It was easy. I think it took us around 10 hours to shoot, so there were really no problems. Yeah, then the post-production was a bit of a pain because it took me a lot of time to figure out how I want the film to feel in the end, and finding people for the voiceovers, creating the narrative there, and creating the sound design around it. That was a bit of tricky, and it took us a long time, few months, 3 or 4, because we couldn't focus on the job. We didn't have any budget, so it was something that we did in our spare time, and I think in the end it's a great success. I'm very happy with how the film turned out. The main role of cinema in society is to provoke and to adapt. Adapt to the newest trends in world, and to adapt to various social situations. In my opinion, cinema is the best tool and best medium to tell stories. You can tell them relatively fast, very, very hands-on, and there is no other medium that can make you feel like cinema does. Nothing's there that can give you the goosebumps when you're watching a story of your hero or whatever. There is a lot of teaching moments in cinema that are needed for this century, I think. And what I honestly think is the best time for cinema, because it's extremely, extremely affordable. Nowadays, anybody can make a movie with an iPhone. Come on. So let's embrace it. Let's find new ways how we can work with the possibility that we have on our hands and tell great stories and shape the future. I think I kind of replied on the question before, but I'll try to reply again a little bit differently. The future of cinema is in the adaptation, in the possibility to sink into other new mediums. Because in the end, everything kind of comes from the invention of cinema. All the metaverses, 3D films, even games, everything came out of the movies. Yeah, like we came out from books, maybe for photography, or then before somewhere in between photography, books, and theater, but everything just evolves. So I would say we cannot be old cranky people who tell, oh, cinema is the cinema. Just chill out, find what you like about it and try to push it forward. There is 100 different ways how to do it. Let anybody do it. More films we have, the more creative we can be. It's absolute freedom, and that's what I like about it. I absolutely understand that nowadays the budgets are not in the cinema. Cinema is not the most interesting tech right now. That's tech. It's not like 60, 70 years ago when you talked that you want to do film. Nobody was doing it. Everybody was like, ooh, you're a director, wow. Now everybody can be director, which can be intimidating for me as a director, but why should I be intimidated? The more the merrier. So I think regarding the future of cinema, just be like Nike, just do it. Don't be scared of it. And nowadays we can do a lot of movies, documentaries, feature films, very cheap, very easily. You can get it easily straight to the people using streams, using social media, using guerrilla advertising. Don't be scared of it. Just find your way to do it. That's the most important thing. And if there's a question of quality, I don't know. What is a quality? There are some directors who can strive for the high quality films, who can push the technological boundaries, who can get the money for it. If you can get the money for it, do it. Do it every fucking day. But if you can't, just try to do movies with what you have, because you can. I did it also, kind of. Yeah, the hybrid models. Oh, I think it's different. I honestly believe, and right now I'm trying to do it as much as I can, is building the audience. I believe that to be a successful filmmaker or an artist of any kind, you have to build your audience. And at this point, it just cannot be the audience on the festivals, because we are living in a half online world. I really honestly think now it's very easy to get your film to a lot of people. So streamings, online platforms, it's awesome. You will not get much money from it, but you can get it to the people. Get it to people. And I think that's important. That's important for people to see what you do, what you did, because that's why we do it. Yeah, right. So, I think it gives us, I wouldn't say better opportunities, but different opportunities. And it's upon the one selected filmmaker, it's upon you or me how to leverage them. In my opinion, I try to play with it, and I think it will work out well. So yeah, I'm not scared of it. I don't think it's bad. I really think it's just a change in the world that you have to get used to, and you have to work with it, because nobody will give it to you freely. You have to work for it. Either the old times when you had to run all around the world for all the festivals, the same now with the online audience that you have to build, and you have to show up on the online place, and you have to do the content, and you have to work on it. So yeah, I don't think it's bad. It's just different. Yes, sure, I have a lot of work in development that I would like to share. I have a dance movie coming up, which I'm shooting in 2 weeks. So we're shooting in a 60mm film. It's called Pulps. It's a short movie about how it's a short movie about love, about two people who fall in love for the wrong reasons, and they are slowly squeezing each other like the pulps of a mandarin or an orange. And you can see the deconstruction of a character and then them falling apart, which is a very interesting story for me. We have a lot of interesting locations there, and I'm looking forward to this very much. I'm also working on another short movie that's called Hladina in Slovak. In English it'd probably be Surface. It's a short movie about a heroine that is facing a golden cage in her family, and she's trying to get out of this cage and show the world who she really is. So it's kind of inside the revelation of your true character to the world. And I'm really looking forward to this one. Kristina Martanovičová, the actress that starred in Soul Shelter, is also starring in this one. So I'm very, very looking forward to this one, because it's going to be a very great narrative fiction movie. I'm looking very forward to this. I'm also so much things to do. I'm also working on a documentary feature. It will be hopefully one of my first feature documentaries that I'm working on. One of them is called The Forbidden Education, which is about a story about sexual education here in Slovakia, as we are a pretty as we are a very conservative country. As Slovakia is a very conservative and religious country, the talk about sex and relationships is not something we do very often. So it's a very polarizing topic here in Slovakia, and I have two great friends of mine. I found two great protagonists who became my great friends, and we are slowly working on the first shootings, and it'll take us a long time, but that's what I'm working on right now. And last but not least from my projects is Sisu. It's also a feature documentary about parkourists, about Slovak parkour, where we follow 5 guys who are in the moments. And last but not least is a documentary called Sisu. It's a documentary about Slovak parkourists. We are following 5 guys in the documentary through their life struggles connected to their passion, parkour. And we are kind of zooming into their emotional and mental states, through which I'm describing the generation of people in Slovakia right now, how they feel, how the politics or the economics or the global politics or the overall feelings in country are pushing on them to do different decisions.